Get your fists up.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BackChat live on YouTube. If you're listening to this as a podcast.
Schoey, I'm just going to stop you there because your mic's, for some reason, your mic's not working. But
Oh, wow, Schoey, can you hear me?
So welcome to BackChat while we fix
Yeah, while we fix Schoey, welcome to BackChat.
You've just seen
you're either watching live on YouTube or listening to us on a podcast.
Am I speaking
back.
along
Wow,
with
he's
myself?
back.
Yeah.
Here we
He's
go.
back.
He's back. Here we are.
I should just speak with the fist, I think. Like, literally just
Yeah.
out of my mouth, the fist. BackChat Live, welcome on YouTube if you just joined us.
So many people.
Some
Heaps.
Geelong boys
There's heaps of people.
tuning in. Michael Rockefeller, James Ratcliffe, hello, welcome. Now,
Rockers, Ratters.
big fans of your
Rocking
content,
the rat.
actually.
Thanks, boys.
Now,
Thanks,
I was
lads.
holding, that is an actual golden fist. We will get to that a little later on, Hammer. A couple of things to get off the top here.
Yeah.
There's veins in it too.
Now,
Shit, we'll get to
congratulations, Melbourne. Daylight savings is
that. Over.
Yep. Done and dusted.
Well done.
That means we're 2 hours behind over here in the West.
Which means we can get this out before the footy.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. So you're watching along with us before the Western Bulldogs Essendon game. So our good friends at TABtouch,
yeah.
of course, BackChat powered by Paywise this year.
Oh, God, yeah.
Make sure you go see Frankie Agostino and the boys. The same boys doing their thing. Fleet Network, Paywise, it's
Funny.
the same deal.
Pickers.
I had a mate who loves this podcast, Gilf. He'll be listening.
Gilfy.
Called me the other day and said, mate, what the hell's going on with Fleet Network?
Oh.
Like, where are they? What's going on?
Look.
Don't worry.
I tell you what, and I said, mate, don't worry about it. It's all the same boys. He said, good. I just want to make sure, because he's
you ask about
notating
Pickers?
himself a lease.
Good.
Oh,
And I
great.
just said, he just said, I just want to make sure that I'm still helping the podcast.
Oh, don't worry. We're still sponsored.
Oh,
They're
God,
all
yeah, we
together. Fleet Network, Paywise. It might as well be the same thing, honestly.
It is.
Almost like it is.
almost is
Yeah, it
the
is.
same thing.
So Paywise still powering the podcast, but our
Yep.
good friends at TABtouch.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Great
the
friends. You got the
touch.
touch.
Given that we are 1 hour before the game, Western Bulldogs, Essendon,
Yes.
we've got to
Big
bet on
game.
this one.
Do we?
And we want us all joined in on this.
Wow.
We're all chips in, and when I say all chips in, I think
Max
the
bet
maximum bet's $20. Right?
That's
all,
chips.
All chips in.
That's plenty of chips.
First goal, Western Bulldogs.
Okay. Easy.
Right. So
Love it.
download the TABtouch app.
What are we getting for that?
There's a BackChat market. Can't tell you what we're getting for it. You're gonna have to download the app.
Oh, yeah, you're
Hammer.
not allowed to say that, are
You're gonna have to download the app. But we're gonna run this into the start of the footy, and we're gonna be cheering that on. Do you want to hear the reason why I've done this? And we're gonna
love
break
to.
this down a little bit further later in the show. A little bit of BackChat breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Norton copping it. in the
Copping
media
it.
this
Yeah,
week.
Ashton
Copping
Norton.
it.
Yeah, he is.
They're not kicking it to him enough. He doesn't have enough targets. He doesn't kick enough goals. He can't do this. Can't do that. You fucking watch Aaron Norton. TABtouch is lucky I didn't put Aaron Norton down for 5 goals tonight because Essendon are shit. They're really bad. Don't have a great backline.
Ben
did
Mackay's
Norton-
got to do it all by himself.
Don't have a great backline.
They don't. Did Norton play his best footy at Peel as a backman as well?
Absolutely.
He probably did.
So
There you
that
go.
it's unsurprising he's a good
Yes.
forward because, I mean, it's not that hard.
What really
Kicks
annoys
with
me
big
is
sticks.
that, like, all the talk is that he's not touching the ball, not about who he's playing on him. Who's locking him down?
Right.
That's the question I'm
Yeah.
asking
That's
myself.
a very good question. So make sure you download the TABtouch, get on the BackChat market. You'll be looking at Western Bulldogs kick the first goal of the game, and then we are absolutely on for young and old. Make sure you bet responsibly as well for free and confidential support. Call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. Boys, big news.
Yeah.
Massive
Big news. BackChat Ale's back.
Oh,
I'm drinking one right now.
I've
fresh.
got-
are you
I've-
really? Oh,
I've
boy,
got
look at
bigger
it.
news. I have bigger news.
Mhm.
You know how the heights of the BackChat podcast are soaring.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
We're going up.
Uh,
Icarus. We're Icarus without the sun.
You go to the pub, you know, get your BackChat. You're walking down the street. We got blokes pulling over, telling us if you don't shit, you die. That sort of thing.
Yes. Someone stole my hoodie on the hill.
That's right. My license expired 3 months ago, and so I've been dreading going to the licensing centre.
You've been driving
You've
without.
been dredging going to
I've
the license.
absolutely been dreading it. I've been driving around no license because of what I walked into. So I went 2 days ago. I went yesterday. It was like walking into Baghdad. And I mean Baghdad circa, wartime Baghdad.
Really?
There's people on the ground. There's guns firing. There's people swearing. There's people out the front smoking darts. There's sand blowing along the ground. It was a fucking grim scenes, right? There was
Baghdad's one of the great comparisons.
you could not. Yeah, we probably could ask someone we do know what that was actually like, but you get my gist a little bit. I couldn't
It's the Wild
discern.
West out there.
I couldn't discern whether the line was there, whether there were just people standing around, whether there was complaints. And I get to the ticket counter, and I've got the trifecta. I've got expired license, need a new photo, and have changed address. So I tell that to the bloke on the ticket machine, who is under the pump, sweating bullets,
He's exploding. His
hating
head is
it.
blowing up.
He's
at that
hating it.
point.
Looking down, doesn't look at me. I go, mate, I was trying to have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, g'day, mate. Trifecta, like, rah, rah, rah. And he's just like, yeah, righto, mate.
Did you
Like,
roll out the trifecta line?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. Oh, yeah.
Oh, gee, you would've-
Smashing buttons and he's searching around. And I've gone with, geez, it's busy in here.
Oh,
wow.
You're a piece of shit.
He has heard me say that in that tone.
You're a piece
He's
of shit.
looked up and he's gone, Schoey. And
Wow.
I've gone, yes. He goes, BackChat.
Yeah.
Great.
I go, my man. I literally just straight into action mode go, mate, how do we get to the front of the line here? What do we need to
Good.
do? What do we need to do? And he goes, mate, leave it with me. Leaves his post, right? Baghdad, leaves his post.
Dangerous. Let
Right?
the enemy
Goes
in.
behind enemy lines, right? Comes back and he goes, take this ticket. It was the golden ticket.
Wow.
I got called next. I did my license. I got a new photo and changed my address in 3 minutes, and I left within 7 minutes. As I'm walking out, I hear an American accent go, so this is Baghdad, right? I hear a soldier go, I've been here for fucking 4 hours as I leave. I was there for 7 minutes. Thanks to BackChat. A really good round of
There you go.
applause.
That is huge.
Well, if you didn't need any more examples of the epitome of just AFL players in our country just being kissed on the proverbial, then there you go.
Why are you angry? Why are you angry?
Because that would have been me. I would have been sitting in the DMV or whatever.
Playing by the rules.
I've been here for 3 hours, and Will Schofield trances in.
I didn't get the
Anyways.
man's name, the hero's name. The war
He would have
hero's
been wearing
name.
it too,
Like
probably.
he may still be there, body armour on, absolutely copping it, but he got me through, and I thank you very much. Now, boys, the BackChat Ale is available now. It is live. You can go to shelterbrewing.com.au.
delicious.
Dan is drinking it. How is it? Give us a quick review.
It's so I had an old one, not an old one, but for the last batch about 2 weeks ago, and I felt like it felt like a year-old beer.
That's crisp, isn't it?
This is crisp.
It
This
looks
is
crisp.
brand spanking. It's a little bit bitter. It's so delicious. Shadecloth on the on YouTube chat said that they're excited for JK, but also said, I don't have any shelters here, but they've been on the Sugar Daddy cocktails. I don't know what those are.
Never heard of him.
Sugar Daddy cocktails. I don't know what they are either.
Someone else is complaining that they haven't got their beers yet,
Okay,
but the
coming
post,
out.
You'll be getting
Ozpost,
We only started selling 4 days ago.
blamed it on Ozpost. Don't
Yeah.
worry, it's not our fault.
Don't worry.
They're on their way. If you did order them,
So,
some of them are
look,
on
we've
their way.
been running this a little bit hot across the BackChat studios for a bit. I'm not going to push this that hard. I'll tell you once and once only today. Shelterbrewing.com.au, you can buy beer. You can buy it now. If you don't, you won't get any. I'm telling you, it's
simple as
almost
that.
sold out.
It's almost sold out.
So buy it or not, do what you like. We have our Derby event, and very luckily about to be joined by one half of our guest appearances on the show. Josh Kennedy about to join us on the show, Hammer.
Nice.
If you'd like to come along to that, tickets are almost sold out. So if you'd like to
Wow.
come, please
Get your
do.
tickets.
You want to get a ticket? Please do. If you don't, you're not going to be able to get in. So buy it or not, do what you like.
Yep.
You can get them at backchatstudios.com.au and you'll see the link to the tickets. I don't know how much I can give you there.
It's not one of those things where you can just rock. Oh, we'll just rock up. We'll grab a ticket.
You need to
You
buy
won't be able
tickets.
to. You will not be let in.
So without further ado, if you want to get a little teaser of what the night will entail on Thursday, next Thursday, where Hammer has a buyer, so you can take
Oh, yeah, I'll be
just there.
I'll be enjoying myself a few back chats, I think.
Our live guest tonight on the show, BackChat Studios, proudly brought to you by ID Athletic. If you need any gear, you need T-shirts, you need your footy season starting up, like right now, go to idathletic.com. They'll sort you out.
Shit, yeah.
They bring us the King of the West, Josh Kennedy. Rightio, we are joined on the show by one half of the special guests that are joining us next Thursday for the Derby preview, but more importantly, the BackChat Ale relaunch. Ooh. Now, the BackChat Ale is perfect for backmen. In fact, it's brewed for backmen, and you'd have to go through an entire carton after having to play on this bloke for at least 5 minutes on any given weekend. The leading goal kicker ever for the West Coast Eagles, Josh Kennedy, joins us from his house. Hello, Josh.
Yeah, how are you? That backman beer must be pretty plain then. Big dower.
That is correct, Josh. Sorry, whose guitars are those on the wall back there, big fella?
Yeah, they're mine. I hang up. I've played them once or twice.
Play us a
There's
tune.
banjo back there. Good golly gosh.
Yeah, I tried to learn banjo a few years back.
How'd that go?
It's good. I learned a couple of songs. So.
Now, mate, we appreciate a few things here. We appreciate you joining us on the show. Thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us for our live Derby preview at the Leadville Hotel.
So
Thank you. How excited are you about this? I mean, you were walking into, I'd assume just an absolute standing ovation. I can't remember. I don't think the thing about Josh that you don't know, Dan, is he doesn't do many of these sorts of events. He's very much a homebody. He doesn't get out and about, doesn't do many sportsman's nights. So we're very lucky to have him. Josh, are you excited?
I am excited. Yeah, I haven't done many since I stopped playing. So it's probably the first one, to be honest, actually. So I'm looking forward to it. Especially you hosting. You always got good questions and, yeah, you know how to liven up the party when it's going off with my boring responses. So it's good.
Kenners, talk to us about being a forward in today's footy. I know you've been retired for a little bit, but do you get to watch much of the footy now that you're retired? You getting your eyes on a bit of footy?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Try and watch. We'll watch the Eagles most weeks, and then try and watch some other good games that are coming up. So it's been good to be able to sit back and watch. I didn't realise that football rolls from over here in Perth from 10:30 in the morning all the way to 7 o'clock at night. So it can be quite a big day if you're watching.
Who do you like watching? Like, I've got a few favourites I like watching in the AFL at other clubs, but is there anyone you particularly like having a look at? Aaron Norton, of course, will be playing just after this chat. I like watching him. Is there anyone that you got your eyes on?
No, well, I've been watching Carlton, obviously. Not because of the connection there, but I played there, but with Patrick Cripps and how they went last year. And obviously pretty strong for him to be able to bring home a medal back to Northampton, which would be pretty cool. So I've been watching them. So, yeah, Charlie Curnow and obviously Harry, the big fella up there, the two Twin Towers. It's pretty cool watching them go at it. And I suppose seeing them progress over their careers and the way Charlie plays, such an athlete, it's unbelievable. His jump, his ability to be able to mark and kick goals is, as we've all seen. That's why he's won a couple of Colemans. And then Harry coming back and being able to slot his goals and, I suppose overcoming all that pressure he's had the last couple of years, it's pretty cool to see.
Too much talk about forwards for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
that's probably right.
We'll give them some props that they deserve, and we've obviously got one of the greatest with us. Josh, are you a West Coast fan now? Are you once you're out of the game, do you still root for them?
Yeah, yes, I am. Yeah. So I get pretty shitty when they're losing, and I sometimes turn it off and come back and watch a bit later. So so
you haven't watched much lately. I'm a West Coast fan. Nuffy. I wouldn't say I'm just a fan, an idiot, but I've got some high hopes for this weekend. Richmond, of course. You kicked a winning goal against Richmond not that long ago. Maybe one of the last bits of joy that I got as a West Coast fan. And what do you think about this weekend? Any chance?
Yeah, definitely a chance. There's always a chance. And I think they've shown signs and, young kids coming through. There's been a little bit of consistency in some of the way that they've played, and coming through. It's still far off it and still building over the next few years. But it's good to see those young kids getting a crack. Richmond have been up and down and, probably in that similar position. So, I know who said it the other day. Did TB say it on that interview about Harley and Dusty having a big fend off session. Yeah,
Yes.
whatever that is. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
They're just standing in the middle of the ground giving don't argues to each other. Boys, the ball's down the other end. What are you blokes doing?
That's so good.
So, Kenners, look, I didn't love seeing West Coast win the wooden spoon last year, but what I did enjoy was it meant that we weren't the last players to win a wooden spoon for the footy club in 2010. Can you think back to when we were playing there? Were we that bad? I felt like when we won that spoon, we weren't actually that bad.
Nah, to be honest, we lost about, I reckon, at least it was about 5 games under a goal. So there was the Brisbane one,
Yes.
and there was a few others where it was just on a kick. So we were either leading or we were coming back, and we just lost by 4 or 5 points. And I reckon that kind of gave us a bit of belief that year after. That's how Woosh sold it to us. But yeah, I don't think we were getting smashed. But we did get smashed by 100 points a few times. But yeah, there was some close games there.
So the difference is last year we had 4 or 5 games lost by 100
Yeah,
instead,
there's a big
instead of 4 or 5 lost by 100 goal.
So 2010, that's fine. I reckon about that time we brought a drill into training, maybe a couple of years later, called the Barbarian Drill. And we put this up promoting our event that you and I will be at. Can you confirm or deny that we'll be doing the Barbarian Drill live at the Leadable Hotel next Thursday?
That depends how many BackChat ales we have.
What was that drill? Because I've spoken about a little bit on BackChat as a backman, but for a forward, what was that drill? Like it was a pure one-on-one slugfest.
It was a pure bash each other, forwards v backs drill. There was no space. There was one kicker, and there was definitely no umpires, and it was just about trying to scrag each other multiple times, back and forth over 3 or 4 leads. I think we had to do, wasn't it? So. Yeah, the first one was always good because you always we always catch you off guard, push off and go. But then, the second and the third, and you guys weren't allowed to let us get back to the square. We had to get back to the square before we could lead. It was a pretty intense, and it was always done at the end of training, so everyone was fucked. And then, you just end up jelly legs and wobbling, walking around like a baby giraffe at the end of it.
That one that got captured, I reckon that's the only time it's ever been filmed. And I remember right before we started, either you and I had been training shit house or the group had been training shit house. I remember just grabbing you and being like, right, mate, we're very good mates, but let's just bash the shit out of each other and just kill ourselves here. Can you remember that?
I can remember it clearly because you come and we were training shit. It was off. There was multiple things going wrong, and everyone was whinging, and there wasn't really much voice or direction, I think, from the older group. And then you came and you were like, mate, just trying to be shit. Let's just set the standard and just go 110%, full flat out, bash each other. And I was like, in my head, it's a great idea, but physically I was absolutely fucked in training. I didn't really want to do it. and then you started off with an elbow at the back, and then it was on. And then obviously, we were pretty tight. I don't think we got off the ground. I
tripped you 5 times.
You kicked me.
Tripping out, kicking out.
It wasn't just a trip; it was a full swing.
Play on.
The in the vision, like Josh, like obviously there's some umpire calls that needed to be made, but you were more like street rules. Josh seemed to still feel like he was just using his body.
Yeah, because I'll tell you why. Because Kenners is the greatest goal kicker to ever play for the West Coast Eagles. I'm just Will Schofield, mate. I'm trying to stop a superstar. That's why he doesn't need to go street rules. He's just good. He's good at what he does. Kenners, I wanted to ask you a couple of footy questions. Best backman you ever played on? We're very much championing. Am I Joel Selwood?
Yeah, Selwood.
Am I
Short.
Championing. I can't even say it.
Championing.
Thank you, Dan. We're very much looking after the back line here at BackChat. Who's the best backman you've ever played on? Who'd you play against and you're like, right, okay, I know I don't like backs, but this bloke's actually pretty good?
Well, Luke McFarlane was probably the hardest I've played on in my career. And I think coming into the stage where I was younger, but also, I suppose, stepping up to that next level of my football ability. And he was coming towards the back end, but was still in his prime. He was the hardest. Like he'd sit 3 meters off me. I feel like I got so much space, and I was always a leading player, so I'd lead. He was way quicker than me. He'd be able to stop it. It was too high. He'd take a hanger on my head. And he actually just didn't care about getting a kick or taking a mark. He wasn't like the backman, the flary backman these days, the gloves, the T-beans, these ones who just want to take a clunk. As soon as the ball cleared, he was right back on your tail. You never got any split or chance he was never off, which I found, they're the they're the backmen that you hate.
They're the ones we love.
Yeah, that's what this show's all about. Are you still playing footy?
I am, yeah. I've got training tonight, so
Do you?
Yep.
Kicking
I play for
goals?
Northampton, so my Rams. So I'll play a few games this year, and just been training with them. It's been good. I can't. I've tried to go for runs by myself and do what I just can't do it. So I run around and kick a footy for twice a week, and it's a bit of fun.
Full forward? Surely not playing at centre half forward.
Harry Taylor plays down there, so he usually kicks me out. So I'm either there or on the bench. So.
What's it like walking down to and I know you very well, very good mates, and you're a very nice fella, but you must walk down and some poor bastard, like some 19-year-old kid fresh out of the coals, has got Josh Kennedy walking down towards him next to Harry Taylor, mind you. You blokes must be pissing yourself sometimes.
No, the quality's actually really good up here. And then and the younger kid or the kids that come through, or even just some of the older crew that have been here for years, they don't sit there and they give in. They go full rip. So it's good. I quite enjoy it. It kind of picks you like the challenge back up again of football, which you've always had playing at whatever level it is, whether it's in juniors as a kid or at AFL. And that's what I love. And people love their footy up here. People love playing it. It's a community kind of game, and everyone gets around their team. And in the end, you shake hands like we all do, but we all have a beer and sit in the club rooms. And it's really cool. I'm really enjoying playing country footy.
What's the biggest bag you've kicked?
No, I haven't kicked any bags, mate. Score assist is all I do. So.
Oh, far
What
out.
a guy. What a legend.
Well,
do you ever get thrown in the back line?
Great
back
question.
line? No, well, this is the thing. So, like, Harry's like an All-Australian fullback, centre back.
Superstar.
And, like, when shit hits the fan, and you're like, we need someone down there, he just doesn't want to go. He just steps up forward.
Can you just briefly tell our listeners and our audience why you used to lose control of your bodily functions anywhere past halfway? Like when you went into the defensive half of our ground, you lost the full-blown ability to function as a human adult male?
Something triggers in the brain, I think. And I think because, it's funny. Everyone starts as a forward and can't play forward. They end up down the back if they're tall or they're on the bench. So everyone starts as a forward. So, when you're actually good at what you do and you stay in that forward position, there's something that just doesn't tick over past that defensive centre line. And especially when you go over the defensive 50 line, that's when it hits the fan and your brain just starts to melt. You have no idea what's going on. So I used to get the ball and I would look for your goal and I'd be like, just give me a lead. Give me where I need something. Get it 10 metre kick. Get it out of it. Just go. I'm out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to come along Thursday night, we're going to let Josh Kennedy go. We will talk about this. I before my eyes saw a grown man. You'll see how big he is at the Leadville Hotel. Melt into a puddle out on the field, like a genuine puddle of liquid, just completely gone, like the Wizard of Oz, absolutely evaporated into thin air. And if you want to do that, you can join us at the Leadville Hotel for a beer, BackChat Ale, and a Derby preview. Josh Kennedy, thanks for joining us, my mate. See you later. Thank you, Josh. There we go. Goddamn Const. Wow.
Jimmy Brings.
If you're only listening along, Jimmy Brings are under investigation currently. That's my face. For trademark infringement on Dan Const's head.
Stealing Dan Const's face.
Are we excited? Are we excited about Josh Kennedy?
So excited.
Very
Josh
excited.
Kennedy was just chatting to us on the podcast. It's the best. As a West Coast fan, like, couldn't get any better.
You actually did well to stifle the inner nothing.
Glee.
Yeah. We're excited by that. But a big thank you to ID Athletic for bringing us their guest interviews this year. Another great one there. Now, Hammer, we gave you the keys to the car. Not only are we on Western Bulldogs to score the first goal this evening, so if you're not on that, make sure you do. We gave Hammer Swings a bit of a swing and a bet for TABtouch, our good friends at TABtouch.
I did. I threw the kitchen sink at this one. Took me a bit of time to cook it up. And how's it started? It started okay.
Right.
It started okay. So,
So
we've
Hammer
got,
Swings will be your golf channel that's really ramping up over the next few months.
Oh,
It's currently live on YouTube. If you search Hammer Swings, now there's lots of people swinging hammers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Type @Hammer Swings, one word on YouTube.
With
find
the
the channel,
symbol at?
subscribe it. Yes, the symbol @ Nick, can you just put a link on the YouTube? Go subscribe to it now. There'll be videos coming soon.
There will be videos coming soon. And I had a little cook up with TABtouch. So we've gone. Scotty Scheffler is just the best golfer on the planet at the
So
moment.
he's sizzling. I know nothing about golf.
He's sizzling. He can't miss. He just broke the PGA Tour world record for the most consecutive under par rounds of all time.
Right. So he's a gun.
He's a cyborg. He can't miss. So he's one off the pace. He's coming second at the moment.
Right. So we're on him top 20.
We've got him top 20. So that's free money. And then we've also got Cam Smith to come top 20. Homegrown hero.
Aussie.
We love him.
Has he started?
He started okay. Not as well as I would have liked him to.
Strong finisher though.
He's a strong
One
finisher.
under, is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
He'll be there or thereabouts. And then we've got Minwoo Lee for top 20 as well, who has started not great. He's 2 over.
Inconsistently.
He's got a broken finger, which hurts.
Okay.
But
That
I
doesn't
just
sound like a good thing for
well,
golf.
yeah, it's not.
It's
But
like
that
the
having
main
been
thing you
said, obviously have to back him in.
Yeah,
Firstly,
absolutely. Yeah.
back him in. And secondly, one of my favourite ever sporting moments was when Graham Smith came back out with a broken finger against the Aussies and dug in for his
At number
country.
11 or whatever?
He was retired, hurt, came back on, dug in for his country.
So this is what this is.
Some magical things have happened with broken finger. So we're back in Minwoo, and then we've also got a hole in one for the tournament.
Wow. So that's a bit of icing on the cake.
A little bit of icing on the cake. Throw that one in there.
So Minwoo, can't be that bad. He hit an eagle.
Yeah,
I mean, the broken
and
finger.
he's okay.
That's
He'll
pretty
just dust it
Two
off and
under
he'll
par.
get back out there. Yeah,
Right,
he'll start
so
cooking tomorrow.
You can find that in the exclusive section on TABtouch. Make sure you download that. You win some, you lose more. Jump on the gamblinghelpline.org.au website for any help there. Now, Hammer, I got something else for you.
Okay.
And this is a bit of a. We're gonna just switch into a little bit more insight breakdown mode here on BackChat.
Okay.
I want you to have a look at this first of all from Matty Richardson, friend of the family.
We
the
love
footballer,
Matty
not
Big
the
show.
cyclist.
Yes, both friends.
As you know, in media, Hammer, sometimes things get thrown at you a little quickly, and you have
Correct.
to put something together. And Hammer, give us your top 4 best teams in the AFL right now, and you're just sort of sitting there throwing them around. Well, Richo's been given, I think, this off the bat. Let's just have a listen and a watch at what he had to say earlier in the week.
I'm going to make a bold prediction here now, Sam. You can lock in 6 finals teams right now.
Oh, 6.
Now, I don't really normally do this at this stage, but I cannot see how Melbourne, the Giants, the Cats, Carlton, Port and the Swans won't play finals.
6.
Which one of those teams won't play finals, Sam? If you're
No,
looking, right?
I would never disagree
So
with you.
that leaves 2 spots up for grabs. Now, the 4 winless teams, I don't think they're going to get there. So the Crows, West Coast, Hawthorn and North Melbourne are gone.
10.
I'm saying the 2 spots up for grabs are between Collingwood, the Dogs, Suns and Brisbane, with St Kilda just behind. And that leaves in no man's land a little bit. Essendon and Richmond.
17 teams, Matty Richardson. There is 18 in the
missing?
competition. Do you know who we missed, Hammer? It's bloody Wharfie time.
Wharfie
Hayes.
time. He's the Muddy Dockers.
He's missed the Dockers.
Big Richo.
He's absolutely
He's had a
left.
man.
Wow.
So it's Wharfie time.
I don't see how
absolutely
Freo can miss the finals right now.
Dockers chips in here.
Yeah,
right,
I'm all
Dockers
chips in.
fans. This is Wharfie time. You got Over East Media. We love Richo.
Yeah, we
You got
love
Over
Richo.
East Media. Not even acknowledging your existence in the competition.
They shouldn't have lost last week. They should still be undefeated.
Right, so they're still in Adelaide, and this is where we're going to get a little
Correct.
analytical, right?
Yep,
so
let's do
Carlton, they should have beaten them. They played
Correct.
Port Adelaide in Adelaide. Big favourites, Port Adelaide.
Yeah,
not
ridiculous.
$1.10s, but they're favourites.
$1.39.
As they probably should be, right? A
I
good
will
friend
say,
of TABtouch.
Freo were the one away team that I went with this week
Oh, well done.
in my tipping.
I've forgotten who I
Home all the rest of the
And
way.
they are my underdog that I've tipped.
Good.
So I want us to talk about how Freo can beat Port Adelaide, and not in backchat style, but I want us to actually have a look at how this could actually happen, because I think they match up pretty well.
I think,
Right.
I think Fremantle will win the game.
Right, how?
Well, I think firstly, the big talking point for Port Adelaide is their midfield. Like, everyone says that, have they got the best midfield in the comp?
Rosie, Butters,
Rosie,
Horn
Butters,
Francis.
Horn Francis. Yep, sweet. No worries. Luke Jackson.
Yes. Yeah, shits all over
Ivan.
ex-Richmond. Yeah, Ivan Soldo.
Ivan Soldo.
See you
So,
later.
Yep, see you later.
One
Luke
to
Jackson.
Freo.
I mean, yes, Connor Rosie's in extremely good form.
He beats any of the Freo mids.
He
I'm
does.
sorry, because
He
he
does.
is a superstar.
He is a superstar. But he's not head and shoulders better than Caleb Sarong at the moment.
Right, great. So we're
So
putting
there's
Sarong v head to head
Sarong,
with
yep,
Rosé.
Sarong v Rosé, yep.
I'll come back on that, but yes.
Yep, I still think Rosé beats it. At the moment, I think Butters and Andrew, Butters v Brayshaw would be the go next. And that's still head to head.
Head to head. Both very good players.
Yep, both very good. Jason Horn Francis, mate, you are going to be a star of the competition, but Nathan Fife is a two-time Brownlow medalist, is you as a player, but much more experienced than I think better.
Do you think Hayden Young could play a little defensive stoppage role against Rosé? I don't see how Freo beat Port Adelaide playing it. You know how coaches love to go, we're going to play our way, we're going to stay to our system. That's all good and well.
Yep.
But Rosé, I think, is almost better than anything we've seen in the AFL this season.
Yep.
There's not many on his map. You can't let him run around and do it as he pleases and play your system. Do you reckon Hayden Young plays a bit defensive on it? Would he be the guy to do that?
I think he probably would be the guy to do that. That would sacrifice some time in there for probably Andrew, or maybe Fife spend a bit of time out there.
Yes.
But I think there'll be... The hard thing for me is, do they do that one, or do they back in ruck dominance and get creative and get a bit on the fly and, try and expose the fact that Luke Jackson will be the dominant ruck on the day?
Right.
So I think they'll win the midfield battle. As much as Port Adelaide have got the best midfield in the comp, I think Freo will win that battle overall.
I think if they win the midfield battle, their forward line can actually expose their back line. So their back line, they've got some recruits there, Radagalia, Alir, of course, have been doing his thing down there. They'll be head-to-head with Josh Tracy and Jai Amos. I think Jai Amos beats either of those two. I don't think either are very good, Dow defenders. Great readers of the footy. Mm-hmm. Freo are going to have to use the ball well going inside 450. If they bomb it up, and they'll know this, Freo will have scouted this 1,000%. You enter inside 450. We actually saw it from Brisbane last night. You saw them build up a bit slowly, and when they got sort of towards 90, they actually had a look because they got May, they got Lever, those sorts of players. Freo will do exactly the same thing, and I think Amos, out of the two of them, exposes them. I think he could kick a bag because I think hitting up on those two players is how you beat them. How you lose against them is getting balls dropped on your head and having Alir and Radagalia take marks.
Yep.
Agree with that?
I completely agree with that.
And then what about the back line at the other end? So we've got Alex Pearce and co. Taking on Big Charlie Dixon and co.
Alex Pearce is the informed fullback in the competition.
Yeah, he and Jack Buckley, of course.
Of course. But realistically, it's a very early on to call an All-Australian fullback, but he would be certainly in the conversation with the best fullback so far of the year.
Port Adelaide are very hard to beat on their home deck.
Yep.
I just think Fremantle's mindset currently, both how they're publicly messaging the whole Jordan Clark bullshit that went on and how I'm sure internally and a few contacts we might have here at BackChat, I think internally they are very driven, they are very focused, and I think they know how big this game is. Massive. And I think like Brisbane last night, Freo know that if they can go to 4-1, beat Port Adelaide, come home, play the Eagles.
Yep.
Nobody, the buyer.
Yep.
It's big for their season.
This stamps them as a genuine contender in the competition. I think they should have beaten Carlton. I think they will beat Port Adelaide. Is it tomorrow night?
I will caveat the entire conversation. If they leave Connor Rosé running around by doing whatever he wants,
can't have 36 and
they
kick
will
three.
lose.
Can't have 36 and kick three again.
If he does what he's like you can't win. No. You actually can't win.
One of the great games ever last week.
Right. If he does that again, they lose. If he doesn't, Freo win.
Yep.
Great.
So do we say that Alex Pearce, so if we go, I know they don't play on each other, Alex Pearce, our sponsored backman, and Asava Radagalia, our other sponsored backman, head-to-head, who comes out on top?
Pearce, unfortunately, because of the way Freo's going to move it inside their forward line. They've had issues moving the ball inside their 450. They've had connection issues and they've had delivery issues. So, if you don't have either of those, it's been difficult to kick goals. They will have spent a lot of time this week on it, I guarantee you.
Yep.
And then they get the midfield battle done. And that's
they
how she
will be
rolls.
seething as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and in a good way, in a good way.
Oh yeah. It'll be just let's get out there
right.
and get to work.
Now you might have seen this off the top.
Yes.
If you're watching along on YouTube,
if you turn it around, it's got veins on it, which is really nice.
Don't worry, it has not gone unnoticed.
We've looked at the veins many times.
Yeah.
This is a signed Golden Fist, the 2016 Alex Pearce actual Golden Fist that he won. I think it's going to take.
Alex Rance.
Who did I say?
Alex Pearce.
I'm just reading the future. Alex Rance 2016. I am honoured to have it. So Rancey sent that over after we had our chat with him a few weeks ago. If you haven't listened to that, by the way, it's one of our best chats. I I think this is a big moment because we've got the Jack Buckley, right, sitting behind your head.
We do have
actually,
the
Hammer.
Jack
You can see it over your right
There it
here.
is.
If we say on Hamish, thank
That's
you.
it, right there.
Another one.
There it
Jack Buckley medal.
That's tough to do, actually. There it
The
is.
Jack Buckley medal is from this point onwards, right? This is the future. This is where we respect and honour the past.
Oh, we have to respect and honour the past.
Like Danny Frawley set this
Yep.
great platform of respecting and honouring
Yep.
defenders, and we will continue to do so
Correct.
in the Golden Fist honour, which is
Yeah,
now-
this is a tarnished award now.
Yeah, correct.
This is a
It's
stupid,
defunct.
pointless award because they give it to Nick
we got
Dacos for having 35.
Bernie Vince, love him, but midfielder.
Yeah.
Someone else is running around.
Andrew
there, give it a-
Gaze, come on, Gazy.
Come on,
Gazy, turn it up, Gazy. But seriously, so this is obviously 2016 Alex Rance. This is back when the award meant something.
Yes.
I
I've meant a lot. Meant everything.
meant everything. So what I'm going to do, and what I had thought about doing but didn't get the time,
The
I've
algorithm.
got my algorithm. The JBS, the Jack Buckley score algorithm.
You got a name now.
I am
Wow.
going to go back to 2016 and run the numbers.
Wow.
I'm going to crunch the numbers, and I'm going to see how this stacks up. Because I imagine if Danny Frawley's given this out, which
Yes.
he did back in 2016, that Alex Rance will win.
Now, we did promise to bring the algorithm in and to
Yes.
show you, but we're just working out one final detail, I believe.
We are.
We've
I
gone
mean,
Can you
to
give it
an
in
official
very short, because
mathematician.
you blew my brain out this morning,
yeah.
your mathematician chat. Can you tell me, you were trying to work out something to the square root of if it's
Yeah,
a
no,
power
so what
of?
happened was I have got a sequence of letters and numbers.
It's an
through-
algebraic
It's
equation.
an algebraic equation. There is, how many? There's 7 variables in there.
8.
7
Seven.
variables. So it spells out Backman.
Yep.
You need to, if you're going to try and figure out what the algorithm actually means, you have to solve for the letters BACKMEN. What I'm trying to figure out is
Backmen.
there's a portion of the equation E over 2n, and I need that to I need to write that into an equation that is no greater than 2. And I used to be able to do this because I did maths at uni, but I
Sounds
forgot.
like it, because I did not know what
Yeah,
you're
no
I
talking
clue.
forgot how to
No
do that.
clue
bit.
what you're
So
doing.
anyway, we'll tinker with that. If any mathematicians are there that know what I'm talking about, hit me up.
Shout out all the mathematicians out there.
Shout
right
out
now.
all the mathematicians.
Hello to YouTube Live, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sh-
if
shout out to
there's
YouTube
anyone on
Live.
YouTube Live that knows
If
what
you're,
they're talking
if you're a
about.
mathematician, I just was quickly looking at the 2016 season for spoils. Rant's top 10. That's
Shock.
He won the Golden Fist.
shock and all.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat, a lot of viewers as well. Huge for a Friday. I think if you're getting ready to watch the footy, perfect.
Why wouldn't you
perfect
put
thing
this
to
on?
do.
Have a
It
couple
is.
Jump
of
on the
shelters,
YouTube show.
enjoy yourself.
But also, we can understand if you can't fit us in, so
Yep.
I love that you're listening after the fact if that is you. Now, without further ado, I think that brings us along to a great segment we've introduced to the show called Hammer Ranks. Hello, Nicholas.
Hello, boys. It's back. Everyone's favourite segment for its
mine.
second week.
I've got to be disappointed. I've got to say I'm disappointed. We've lost a camera in the last couple of weeks, and we
Yeah.
have lost Halo Nick.
Yeah,
we
that's
have his
disappointing.
voice.
I've descended from
It's-
heaven. I'm
it's-
still here.
It sounds like you're in hell now, mate.
No, Hammer Ranks is back, and me and Hamish been cooking up a nice top 5. Well, mostly Hamish here. But,
What is this for people that haven't played along at home?
So I just want to throw a random subject at Hammer and see if he can get his top 5. That's basically it. And as we just saw, his mind is pretty unique. He's a bit of a maths nerd, and
Yep.
and
I got
so
some things cooking up there.
So this one today is top 5 AFL lookalikes, and this has been doing the rounds on Twitter, but they're pretty basic. We've seen some before.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen Darcy Moore. We know he looks like Kieran Knight.
Yeah.
Like Eric Hipwood, yes. Eric Hipwood looks like Rafael Nadal. We've seen
We
that
get it.
before.
We've seen Const v Jimmy
Yeah,
Brings.
we've seen Const
Yeah.
v Jimmy Brings. So what I have thought to myself is I'm going to cook some stuff up. I'm going to rank a top 5 lookalikes, celebrity lookalikes that aren't as well known.
Right.
So
You-
ones that I haven't
Underrated.
ones that I actually haven't really seen before.
And celebrity is a stretch for
Celebrity's
some
a
as well.
stretch.
Okay.
Celebrity is a real stretch.
I haven't seen these, and I just have initials in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
You'll not be able to guess one. Like,
So we are going
They are
from
so rogue.
number
Yeah, they're
5.
rogue.
So the number 5 AFL underrated lookalike player, thanks to Hammer Ranks.
Yep. Have you got the initials there? Or
I've got the initials of TD.
Yep. Okay, so Taylor Duray. Have we got the photo? There he is. Taylor Duray and Ramsey Bolton. Does anyone ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Amazing.
So my number 5, Taylor Duray and Ramsey Bolton. Ramsey in Game of Thrones is a fuckwit.
Awful.
Hate him.
An
Despicable.
awful
I can confirm
person.
Taylor
Yeah.
is not a fuck.
Not a fuckwit.
Okay.
So not
Great
saying
bloke.
that in terms of character, but Ramsay Bolton's the worst character on the show.
What does he call the guy?
Isn't
Theon,
doesn't he
uh,
run the
he-
Red Wedding? Isn't he the guy
No,
that?
that's not him.
What's this bloke do?
He
He ruined
he
Theon's
takes
life.
Winterfell. He ruined Theon. Called him. I can't even remember. what he called
Oh, that's right.
him. Anyway,
Stink?
just the worst bloke,
Stench?
the worst guy of all time, the worst guy ever. But Taylor Duray looks
Reek.
There it
Yes.
is.
And he
Anyway,
cut- he cut
and
his
like
penis
Jon
off
Snow.
too.
Spoilers.
Cut his dick off.
Cut his
Yeah.
dick off. Spoiler alert.
of Thrones
Jon
cut.
Snow ended up.
Sorry.
So can confirm Taylor Duray is not cutting dicks off.
He's not out here
No
cutting
dicks
dicks.
have been cut off.
He's not chopping dicks, but Jon Snow beat him to death, and he got eaten by his dogs. But Taylor Duray and Ramsay Bolton look alike. Number 5.
Great.
Number 4, OW.
We're off to a hot start.
So number 4, Ollie Wines. This one made me laugh when I came across it. Ollie Wines and Minecraft Steve.
Is that his name?
That's his name.
Minecraft Steve.
Minecraft Steve. Now,
is
this
so
one
good.
did give me a chuckle. I've seen Ollie Wines and the Lego Man before. That's funny, but like I just the
Minecraft
graphic
Steve.
of Minecraft Steve
I've got to say,
with the
big,
chopping axe. It's humour.
big fan of Ollie Wines.
Massive fan. Brownlow
He has
medalist.
a fucking huge head.
A monstrous
Like,
head.
his jaw is bigger than his forehead.
Yeah,
And his forehead's big.
he's
Look at it.
he's got a reverse Dorito shaped head. Like it's
It is
an opposite
huge.
of the reverse Megamind. Megamind's goes out and his just goes the other way. It's like a pear.
That's
Anyway,
coming from a couple of blokes with pretty
yeah,
big
massive heads.
gotta
So
say.
Minecraft Steve and Ollie
Great.
Wines. So we spoke at this next one. IS. We spoke about him just briefly in the midfield chat for Port Adelaide. Luke Jackson's probably going to get on top of him.
Ivan.
Ivan Soldo.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's good.
Ivan Soldo. I will give anyone $100 if they know who that guy is,
Is he,
on the right.
is he out of for some reason I just got like childhood vibes of
Yes.
like Motley and crew, the car racing thing.
No,
Motley
I
is
thought
dog.
you were close.
Is it Pocahontas?
No, close. It's Vinny from Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Very niche.
How did you think of that person?
That's a niche one.
How did you ever think of
That's
that
a
person?
niche one. So
That's brilliant, though.
Vincenzo and Ivan Soldo. I think they're dead ringers.
Like genuinely haircut,
Like genuinely, yeah,
moustache.
it's the exact same. So
Great.
this next one's a bit stiff to DC.
Dan Const.
Nah,
DC?
Dean Cox. He's a lovely fella, I'm sure, but Coxie and Lenny from Shark Tale. This is one of my favourite films ever. Shark Tale.
Will
I
Smith?
watched this all the time growing up. Will Smith, one of the
Yeah.
great films. Working at the whale wash, like fucking funny. Lenny tries to be a dolphin, but Coxie. Unfortunately, you just look a little bit like Lenny.
That's so good.
And number 1, this one I'd never even seen before, but it's
please.
I'd
Number
heard this
one.
one before. This is the number.
best.
This is my favourite lookalike. The one that I think is like a genuine dead ringer. CP Christian Petrarca. One of my favourite movies ever is
Wow.
Inglorious Bastards.
yeah.
This
Yes.
is Donny Donowitz, aka the Bear Jew, comes out with his baseball bat and goes to work.
Right.
Christian Petrarca and Sergeant Donny Donowitz.
That is that good.
That I think is just that's a genuine dead ringer. Like the same eyes, the same mouth, the same nose. They're just the same human being.
That
One's
is
just got a
amazing.
baseball bat on.
That is amazing.
So that is my top 5 celebrity lookalikes. I've got one more for you.
great.
So this one
we could
is
just to take the whole show off and
this isn't a celebrity lookalike. This is I have never seen a photo of two people look the same that aren't like that's not the same person that
Yes.
aren't identical twins.
Yes.
Like you get a photo of Ben and Harry Mackay, yep, they look the same because they're identical twin brothers.
Yes.
The next two photos, or the next people you're going to see, I saw this in May of 2021, and it has stuck with me forever as the greatest doppelganger photo I've ever seen. So if we can bring it up, whatever we've got next, have
Is that the same
a
person?
look at this. So I sent this to Bailey. I said, mate, this is a picture in the Western Australian this morning, and that's not actually you.
Is it not him?
He goes, fuck me, thought that's me for a second. That is ridiculous. Identical.
Who the
so
fuck
that
is it?
is not Bailey Smith on the right.
That's him on the left, though.
That's him on the left. That's a guy called Harry Golding.
Harry
so my
Golding.
favourite part about this is he looks nothing like Bailey Smith.
No, he doesn't.
Like that photo right there looks nothing like Bailey
that
Smith.
photo looks
But
like
if we
Bailey
can go
Smith.
back,
That
that's
That
him.
does.
That's the same guy. Tell me
That
that's
is-
not Bailey Smith. Wow. I saw that and I was
That
like,
is
what the
so
fuck's he doing
good.
playing for UWA Hockey Club?
That is
Harry Golding and
So he's in
Bailey
WA.
That's
Smith.
brilliant.
He's a WA
We should
boy.
get him on the show. Get Bailey Smith on the show. You could reignite your flame, Daniel.
Yes,
He's
please.
a
Could you,
WA
now that you're
boy.
in Baz Lenker's DMs, if you could just let him know about BackChat.
Yeah, I will. That was
That'd be
4
great.
years ago, so that'd be a weird one to spark back up. Hey, mate, remember
I
this?
love you just dropped it. G'day, mate. Just saw this
Hey, mate.
Australian.
Hey,
Hope
mate,
you're well.
I used to play with Bailey at the
Okay.
Dragons,
Okay.
but he's
Ah,
way
okay.
better than me now.
Hey, great hammer ranks.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
bloody
I've
good.
got
Good to be
I've
back.
got one for you, Hammer. So
Sure.
thanks to Maddie EY on the YouTube chat. I don't understand YouTube. To be
Sure.
honest, the YouTube chat. And there's another one with Jimmy Brink. I don't understand this, but I feel like Maddie has just paid actual money for this comment. So I'm going to 100% read it out.
Okay,
$7.99
Wow, okay. So
for a super
Hey.
comment.
Hey, Matty, got to be honest, mate. Real fucking round of
Yeah,
applause.
well,
mate.
Matty,
we love that, mate.
Welcome to the party, Matty.
I think
Let's
that's what's
send Maddie
happening.
a hat.
He said, Hammer, mate, are you entering mid-season draft? The Coasters need your cover. Love your Schoey.
Yeah, I love you, Matty. Got to be
Yeah,
honest.
thank you.
You
There you go.
go back and forth for $70.99 each? Absolutely. Keen as. So are you entering the mid-season? Is this a
Fuck no.
I heard a rumor you were.
God, no. I should just do it for a laugh.
You could.
And they get picked up for a laugh. They'll be like, sorry, guys.
And then play 300 games for a laugh.
Get that midfielder money.
And just be the best player ever for a laugh.
Win a premiership for a
Round
laugh.
low with a premiership. Just joking,
Get to
guys.
the end of it, say, just joking, guys.
You could
Matty told me to
play.
do it.
Matty pays not on YouTube one day.
Oh.
Anyway, jokes up, guys. I'm done, as.
See ya.
I'm fucked. I'm tired as.
Oh, what a retirement. No. Just the joke's up. I'm done. April Fools.
Oh, that is bloody brilliant.
Thank you, Matty.
No,
That's
Matty.
great.
Great, Matty. And I will. I'm not nominating.
Why
him this
not?
season,
Like,
though.
seriously, why don't we just nominate you?
because
What if
I
you,
just-
what happens if you got drafted?
I wouldn't.
Could you just say
go.
no?
No, because if you nominate, you sign the contract upon nominating. And I don't wanna get
25-minute countdown to the start of the game. You need
Oh,
to be
boy.
on TABtouch. I think you got to be on a little bit before bounce down too.
Yeah,
Run a bit of a
probably
rogue
like
operation
3-4
over there.
minutes.
Where it's time to stick cut
When I
off.
was at the game in Adelaide, I realised I hadn't gotten on the Port Adelaide first goal.
Idiot.
It was about 3 minutes to go,
So
and I was rummaging through and I couldn't
If
find
you're
it.
just joining
So
us,
get
we
in it.
are on.
Yeah, get on
It's
there
the
now.
BackChat exclusive bet on TABtouch. Western Bulldogs kick the first goal, and we're going to get up and about. There's going to be
Absolutely.
BackChat Ale sprayed everywhere. Now, boys, I was watching along last night. Bit of an issue. Harrison Petty, who we love,
The Petster.
he's playing forward
Yeah,
at
I
the
know.
moment.
I
He's a
know.
defender. He's a defender.
Devastating,
They're
isn't
good
it?
in playing forward.
Yep.
Not only do they have him playing forward, he is tagging Harris Andrews, the leader of the BackChat Backman, brought to you by TABtouch.
Yep.
And he's had 0 touches till about 3 minutes to go. He's finished on 2 disposals, right?
Do you wanna
And he
know
got those
something?
2 last in the last minute. Game
wanna know
over.
something?
Was
Funny about
he would
that.
have been screaming for the ball.
Guess
Please.
who, guess who I got a text from at 3/4 time?
Harrison Petty.
Jack Buckley.
Oh.
Jack Buckley.
Can
Me
you-
and Jack love Donut Watch. Text me.
Yes.
We're on for our
Do
first
ya?
Dowie. We're on for our first Dowie watch of the season.
Well, there hasn't been a doughy.
I know. We're
Hasn't
on for
been,
our
no,
first.
I don't know. I'm asking.
No, there hasn't been a Dowie yet. From anyone that's played the full game, no
Yes,
one's had
right.
a donut, and so he goes, "We're on." We got
Has
a
Jack
donut
had a
watch.
doughy?
Nah, Jack's never had a Dowie.
Harrison
I think it's all
Petty.
spawned from Nick Larkey having negative 11 and no touches on his debut.
I don't know if it gets
Negative 11 super
I
touch,
don't know if it gets any grimmer than being a defender that has to play in the forward line, that has to tag a defender who is best on ground. For
So
the
can you?
Brisbane
Oh,
Lions.
yeah, no,
What's
it's horrible.
What does tagging like? We know what tagging a midfielder means. You're trying to get them out of the game. So why would you tag a defender?
Here's what you do. You lead to the wrong spot to try and get them to come with you. You don't jump at the ball. You just try and stop them from jumping at the ball.
Yes.
And you are never an option.
Yes.
It's the worst.
It's pretty much how it works.
Right.
We're going to keep moving here, boys, because as you know, I leave the show
Go to
5:30 to
Pink.
get to another commitment.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I
She's
would.
back.
We're
She's
going to come back on Ask Hammer Anything because I know we did do that. I think we might do that a bit later.
Let's
on.
do that later. Yeah.
Boys, I ran to Harley Reid. I ran to Harley Reid at the footy club. Said
Did
g'day.
ya?
Did you?
We saw this image during the week. Can
It's
we
a
chuck
strange
this one up? It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
He's in bed
Two
with Ben
legends.
Cousins.
Yeah.
So the 2 nines, former and future, well current
Yeah.
but future, on a temper bed.
Nick couldn't fit on. Nick, they couldn't get Nick on. Not enough
For
room.
multiple reasons. Now,
Not enough room.
now, Cuzzy and Harley Reid on a temper bed. I just wanted to input myself into this story, if that's okay.
Sure, mate.
What did they do?
I had some great sponsorships over the journey. Jeep looked after me for quite a while. Got some great cars off
Yeah.
them.
Good on him.
Bit of travel here and there from a few people. Money, obviously. The best deal I ever had was from Temper Mattresses. That I got a $5,000 bed. No, $10,000 bed, like retail, for free, for not even a photo. I rocked up at a meet and greet at a Harvey Norman where no one was there, of course, while
Yep.
they come and see Will Schofield.
Come see
Harvey
Will
Norman.
Schofield at Harvey Norman.
I walked away with it with a temper that I still sleep into this day, and
Right.
it is fucking amazing. It's got you can electric fucking raise it. You can put the feet up. You can the whole thing vibrates. Like there's all sorts of
Jeepers.
things going on. And I've still got it. And I said to Harley when I ran into her, I said, mate,
Get yourself.
love how you doing. Yeah, love this. Fend off, Dusty. Go for your
Yeah.
life. But the mattress, make sure you get it, mate, because it will stay with you for life.
incredible.
Can you think about? We spend half of our lives in bed, like
Yeah.
You know, 8 hours, not half, a third.
A third.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not that far off a half.
Yeah, correct. Sorry, what? What?
You said half of our lives in bed.
We spend we spend a third of our lives in bed.
That's significantly less. That's years. That's years difference.
It is years difference, but like still not that far off when you think.
I mean,
about
like it's not like
percentage.
we spend 1%,
No, we don't.
so it's 17% less.
I think it's quite a bit off, but like that was a ridiculous reaction.
thank you
to
very
that. I think that
We
was-
spend half of our lives in bed is ridiculous.
Oh, well,
I think it
it is,
your
yeah.
reaction to that is far
I think
more.
you were
ludicrous.
thinking like half our life. No, but I think you
Go
missed.
on.
Some
Okay,
of us,
so
some of
we
us sleep.
spend we spend almost half of our lives in bed.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think that statement's right. So I missed the word almost. Is that right?
No,
Am I
I
right?
no, the statement's wrong. Like that statement is
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
missed almost. Should I have said almost?
Even almost is still wrong.
Yeah.
For
That's the end of the
for the
story.
sake of a podcast,
A third and a half
it's
aren't that,
acceptable.
a third and a half aren't that far off, but when you stretch it out over 80 years, it's a long time.
Right. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. Although when you think about it, you're in bed a lot earlier from
Okay.
when you
What if you
early years
die
you're in
when
bed,
you're
and then when
60
you
though?
Let's say you live till
Wow.
90.
Right.
Half your life is 45 years.
Yes.
A third of your life is 30. So you're 15 years off. Which
What
is
yeah,
if
but
we
like
lived
when
on
you think
50?
about, but what about when you think about it like
Well,
this?
it's 50.
What if you think about it like this? For the first 5 years of your
Let's-
life, you sleep a lot more, and then for the back
That's
end, you
true.
sleep a lot more too. So you're flipping the script on
Yeah,
the bedtime.
okay.
So maybe it's half. So
But
maybe
then,
I
in
was
the middle,
right.
but then in the middle,
Maybe that's like, right.
yeah. So then you're burning the candle from both ends for about 20 years in the middle. Come on.
Anyway, Harley Reid's going to fuck up Dusty Martin on
Yeah,
the
I
right now
think
because
so.
he's going to
In a
sleep
temper
well.
bed.
Yeah, he's
In a
absolutely
temper
sleeping well.
bed.
Now, boys, before I leave, I saw this. I'm going to steal this blatantly off on the couch. Just going to steal this segment completely.
Great.
Respect.
Not even
Yep, not even,
rebranding.
yeah.
I'm going to take their vision and I'm going to talk about the exact vision that
Good.
they spoke.
Okay,
about.
I'm
nice.
glad you're saying that because when I was cutting up the vision, I made sure we got rid of on the couch, but it's blatantly
Yeah,
stolen.
welcome to on the couch with Schoey Hammer and Dan.
Yeah, it's a different couch.
So
We
this
spend
is
half of our lives here.
mate, almost.
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 Yeah, almost.
Come on, don't be ridiculous.
Bulldogs Essendon coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you're on 19 minutes to count down. This Aaron Norton footage.
19 minutes to count down.
Sorry, fuck me.
Countdown. 19 Okay, here we go. We got half of our lives to the countdown.
Welcome back to BackChat. You're welcome.
Powered by Paywise. Ooh, okay, we're on.
I
Let's do
can't
it.
breathe in here. It's getting hot.
It is
and
hot.
it's warming up as we speak.
I'm sweating.
Max Hansen on YouTube says the 17% difference between 50 and 33 isn't that much, but 17% over 80 years is a big gap.
Thanks, Max.
Yes. Thank you, Max. Are you
Did he
replying
pay
to your
$8
own fucking
for
comments there?
Did he pay $8 for that?
No, we love it. Let's not bag the $8.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
no, we
saying
don't love
like get him more in there.
Yeah, great. That'll be $8. Thanks, Max.
Look up your life for that.
All right.
That's good.
So we haven't lost any of you. We'd love to get a bit serious now and talk about a bit of a breakdown. Boys, can we roll the tape on Aaron Norton? I want to speak through why he's having a bit of a howler at the moment and why I think he's going to bounce back. Let's roll the tape, please, Jaiden. Thank you very much. Watch this Aaron Norton stuff. So as a backman, right, his movement in all of these clips is a joy. If you're playing on an Aaron Norton, right, and you watch closely here, he's up near the stoppage. This is late in the game. Where would you be more scared? 1-on-1 in the D50 with the other forwards empty out, or up near the stoppage like this one right here as he walks towards 25
lingering.
players? Like, absolutely go for your life, Aaron Norton. Have the best time up there. You're not dangerous. Look, DeConing couldn't care less. He's literally just run away from him. This one here, double jump, double foot jumping. Don't know about that one. He's absolutely got his timing incorrect. He's looking for free kicks. He's got DeConing all over him. He doesn't move here. He's not even running. He's not moving. He's not reacting, right? So Aaron Norton, a lot of coverage over here, and this is the footage that we saw on the reason I'm bringing this up is, as a defender, if you're working out and you've got to play, say, Tim English is running for the ball there. Tim English, Jamar Ugle-Hagan, Sam Darcy's been playing down there, and Aaron Norton. As a tall defender, you are literally walking into the game shitting yourself.
Correct.
Like, it is a grim matchup. 1-on-1 against Norton, not where you want to be.
Yep.
Where you want to be as a backman is in contests like that with no run-up. You want him running up the back of people like that. You want him getting his timing off. So everything he's doing right now is playing into backman's hands. I would say, our good friend, actually, Matt Spanger, who is the coach of the Western Bulldogs forward line, I would say this week they've sat down and they've told him, go and play footy. Stop worrying about structures. The reason he's up near the stoppage is they would be playing a certain structure, Hammer. You know these.
Correct.
You know, six forwards in front of the footy. Make sure you got someone rounding up the back winger. Make sure our positioning's right.
Yeah.
I reckon
I might have to learn it when I'm getting
correct.
drafted.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
When you
But,
win premierships.
Yeah.
but
exactly for a laugh.
Norton's not that guy.
No.
Norton's not that guy. Tell him to play footy. If he goes running around chasing the footy, he would be a fucking nightmare to play on.
Yep.
And I think that's going to happen this week, and that's why I think our bet from TABtouch is going to win, because I think Norton's going to sizzle. I think he's kicking the first goal.
Why would he even be up in the like? What's he doing up there?
So
What
it'd be
purpose would he serve?
team structure. So that should be someone. You need someone at the back of the stoppage like that to round up their winger, because usually their winger is free, and because the other winger's on the other side of the stoppage. So you don't want just a free winger running around by themselves, and you need a forward to come and put a bit of pressure up, right? It's called a cascade. Put someone there, and then you're trying to get the opposition's backman to be the deepest out the back. But having Aaron Norton there, you don't need to pay him any respect, because Aaron Norton gets it in space. What's he going to do? Fling out a handball? Like, go for your life.
Yeah.
Bontempelli in that case, you're like, I need
Dangerous.
to give him a bit more attention. Aaron Norton,
no
you pretty
thanks.
much just give him a free
That
back.
was me in my first game, except instead of doing anything, my one directive was get up at the stoppage. As soon as the ball gets thrown up, turn around and run away. I said to Simo when he was telling me that was my role, I was like, mate, can I stay around and like get involved? No. As soon as it gets thrown up, turn around and run away.
That is brilliant.
Got delisted 2 games.
I think it's.
But I'm back. Mid-season back.
I think it's time for you send it. We read
Oh,
it,
just
boys.
for
A
a
couple
laugh.
of questions to get through before I get out of here. Let's get into it. You send it. We highly read it. Hi, legends. Do you want to read these down?
Yeah, hi legends. My name is Tyler, or you guys might remember me better as Wedding Suit from the Brownlow Night.
Yes, I do.
You remember
I
that? Yes.
remember him.
In most of your podcasts and interviews, you speak a lot about mental health. I was just wondering if you could mention my amazing wife's new foundation she has just started called Charlie's Angels Foundation.
Done.
Well, yes, we can, and we have.
My wife created the foundation after we lost our baby boy Charlie at the young age of 4 months old due to very rare genetic disorder in 2023. At Charlie's Angels, we extend our heartfelt support to families who have experienced the loss of pregnancy and infant loss. We understand the unique challenges and emotions that come with navigating this difficult path. Our community is here to offer a space where you can find solace, connection, and understanding. We extend an invitation to all mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends who have stood by you during times of loss. The idea for the foundation is to create a like-minded community who can support one another without having to sit in a room and keep retelling your story. As men, we don't speak about our mental health enough, and we should. These meetups are a gentle, friendly way to meet other blokes going through the same challenges. Please search Charlie's Angels Foundation and find our webpage, Facebook/Instagram page, and join us at our monthly meetups in the Perth region. Thank you, Tyler.
Shit, yeah, Tyler.
Yes. Very good.
Shout out
Charlie's Angel Foundation. Make sure you go and search that up. I wanted that one included today because, like, it's brilliant. We spoke to Lee Montagna on the podcast.
Yes.
He spoke about his wife having a miscarriage while he was playing, around when he was ending his career. Mate, I'm happy to share. We've been through that, and it's a pretty bloody grim time with you and your partner. I was playing at the time as well. Not that I had to do too much, obviously, but as a bloke, you get into a pretty bad mental way. Your wife is in pain, suffering, mental. So something like this, Charlie's Angels Foundation, I think is absolutely brilliant.
awesome.
So well done,
Well
Tyler.
done.
So if
Yeah.
that perks anyone's interest, that's pretty much what this podcast is about. We can take the piss out of each other and bag each other out and have a laugh and still be good mates at the end of it all.
Absolutely. Nick's just put the link in the YouTube chat as well, so
Nice.
go along and have a look at that. Do you want me to read this other one here?
Yeah, let's go.
Hi, boys. Listening to Schoey the other day talking about not being a West Coast fan made me think more about the commentators and ex-footballers in the media. Knowing most footballers probably start off as footy fanatics growing up, supporting a club, having a favourite player, etc., and then likely being drafted elsewhere, what affiliation do you have with clubs post-retirement? Do any media personalities or footballers in general continue supporting the clubs they played for, or find they have no real affiliation because they've been too close to the game and players, etc., for too long to really have an objective love for just the one team? Would be great for Hammer's take on it too, with brothers playing for different teams as well. Keep up the good work. Love the podcast. Jamie.
You go first for Hammer.
Well, it's different with brothers playing. I followed them. As soon as I still had mates that played for West Coast, but like I got no real affiliation with them anymore.
Who'd you go for?
I was a massive North Melbourne supporter growing
That's
up.
right.
That's right.
Like I don't follow any
So do you go
football
for
team
North
anymore.
Do you go for North now?
No, I'd be a Freo supporter now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But like when Andrew stops playing, I'll be a football fan. I won't be a supporter of any team.
I tried to explain this the other day.
Maybe
So
Tassie.
Maybe Tassie. Yeah.
I was a Dan of West Coast for 17 years at Geelong. Like I was bigger than Dan. We used to sit like 6 rows back, oppo bench. I'd be abusing opposition players. Like love Geelong, as pretty much everyone in Geelong does. Go every single week they'd be playing there, and like grew up massive Geelong fan. But the day you get drafted, like you can't be
a
going for
Geelong
Geelong
fan.
while I'm at West Coast.
No.
Yeah.
Like you could say you can, have a soft spot or whatever, but like you're literally playing against them, and you are, and so I think you look around the comp, and if you have friends or siblings or whatever, you sort of have soft spots for different teams, but you lose the fandom. Then when you finish, I was saying this to guys at the 6PR the other day. When you finish, I haven't been a fan for 15 years. I can't just like click back into fan mode. I go for Geelong. Like I'm back into fan mode.
Yeah.
I don't go for West Coast because I never have ever. I didn't go for West Coast when I was playing. You're not
You're
a
just
fan.
playing
You're
for it.
playing and you want to win, but
weren't
not
a
as a fan.
Yeah.
You're not going clapping along, because if you're actually watching West Coast play, it means you've been dropped.
Yeah,
or you're
exactly.
injured. So you're not like clapping for them to win. So you don't go for West Coast. You don't go for Geelong. And whether I want to re-enter as a fan is my choice. I pretty much went for Freo my first year in the media because I wanted to make sure I wasn't too biased to West Coast. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going
Going for
pro
Freo, yep.
Freo, flag mantle.
Yep.
Then bit of floating around. GWS last year.
Oh, yeah,
big
now we're
time.
hard on the
And
GWS
I'm
fan,
continuing.
mate.
I would say if I had to pick one, I'm a Giants fan.
Yep. Sure.
Because I watch them and I like cheer for them. And I
You want them to
win.
win. Yeah.
So hopefully that answered that question well enough.
Very good.
That's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you with Ask Hammer Anything.
Great.
I know Nicholas will join us. Nick, you can come sit here if you
Yeah,
want.
come sit
Oh,
in,
wow,
Nick.
in the big chair?
Yeah, you can come sit here if you want. I don't know.
Wow.
Bear in the big blue house.
Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you're on the bet. First goal.
Yep. Yeah.
Aaron Norton will be kicking it. You don't have to put that in there. But Western
Doesn't
Bulldogs,
matter.
boys, I'm going to be... I don't know if it's way too late to organise this, but I could definitely dial into the show and give you my reaction. I think it's too late to me to... Yeah, it's too late. Boys are going, we're not fucking do that.
No way.
You could just get me up on FaceTime.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime you.
FaceTime me.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime you. I'll chuck you up here.
I'm going
You
to
can sit
go.
right here.
Love you all. I'll see you Monday, listeners and watchers. If I don't, get yourself a BackChat Ale. Get down to the show on
Oh,
Thursday.
it's gonna be
See you
so good.
Thursday.
If you don't, it'll be sold out, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly right. Right, I see.
Bad luck. See, we'll go enjoy Pink.
Yeah,
for
again.
for the 10th show in a row. You'd really follow around the country.
Spent my whole life fucking loving Pink. Half my life at least.
There we go. Hammer, you're doing a world record attempt
Yeah, I
very
am.
shortly. We don't usually tell people what you're doing on a Friday, but are you happy to give people a bit of a...
Yeah, I am. I was this segment or my Hammer Breaks is slowly turning into like how many records am I
Yeah,
going to get?
exactly.
Because I've got another one today that I am.
Just quietly, when we were talking about this at the start, before we even
Yep.
rolled it out, I said the line is 0.5 and I'm probably going unders.
Yep,
For
I
you to
said
break
the,
the world
I
record.
said the line was 3.5.
Yeah.
You and Schoey laughed at me. Scoffed at me. I've officially already broken, or unofficially, I've broken 3 world records, and I have got another one tonight that I will beat my line of 3.5. It is the most coin tosses in 30 seconds. Now, this is a cracking record for a few reasons. One, I've already tried it and I know I can do it. And 2, this world record has been only attempted once by the guy who did it for the very first time. So it's not something like running 100 meters really, really fast that I need to practice for. It's like there's only ever been one guy that's done it, and now I can do it, and I'm better than him. So it will kill me. Someone will do this soon and shit it in, but
Still
like
counts.
it'll still count as a world record.
Do you know
attempt.
what was great? Because I used to get involved in the Hammer Breaks Instagram account, and I saw comments from you and a guy whose record you'd broken.
Yeah.
So you broke his record, tagged him, and then started getting in his face.
That's good.
The record you broke it,
yeah.
and there was a great back and forth.
Yeah, there was a little bit of back and forth.
What was his name?
Renata or something.
Yeah.
Renata
Glass.
Yeah, he was the.
He took it pretty well, to be fair. But
He did.
yeah.
He took it very well. He said, "Oh, good luck in the end," and I was like, "Yep, whatever, mate. I've just smashed your record. I'll find it right here while we're doing it."
I've got another someone on
Renato Bayagaya.
Renato Bayagaya.
Yep.
There we go.
Mamba guy or whatever it is. Anyway, I bet you.
Huntsy on YouTube chat said, Hammer, what's your toothpaste brand, Bruzzy?
It's a great question. I'm a Colgate guy.
You're a Colgate guy.
Yeah, I'm a Colgate guy.
I once got Oral-B because it was on special. It's so trash compared to Colgate.
Yeah.
It's funny that they always isn't their slogan 9 out of 10
10
dentists recommend Oral-B? Like,
Correct.
I've
Yeah.
been going to a dentist for a long time,
They
and
always
never
give you the
once,
Colgate pack.
Never once have I been recommended Oral-B. McLean's is another one that gets thrown around. McLean's.
Toothpaste chat.
Anyone ever had McLean's? Ranking.
let
How
us
it
know
ranks
in your
top
chat.
5 toothpaste.
Actually, if everyone we got 93 people
Yeah,
currently
let's-
watching.
Oh,
What
sick.
toothpaste do
Everyone,
you put in?
please just tell us what just one word
Yeah,
out. So
one
please
word.
Chuck it
And
in
if
the
there
chat.
is a single McLean in there, be honest. Oh yeah, I'll be surprised.
All right, let's ask Hammer anything, shall we?
Sure. So we
Sure.
put out the.
Because we have 6 minutes till the game starts,
Oh,
and I
shit.
feel like North
Yeah.
can goal early.
Let's go quick. So we
Yep.
put out the call on Twitter. Ask
Yes.
Hammer anything.
Yep.
And
Anything you
just
want.
for a heads up here, I don't want Hammer. Are you playing this weekend?
I am.
We want pop culture. We want something a bit
Yep.
different,
Yep,
a bit
sure.
rogue.
Blind
so,
rank me this.
Yep. Okay.
So this one is from a guy called Vic Vinegar. Very handsome, very nice man.
Vic Vinegar.
He asked, name a full forward, a full back, a ruckman, 2 midfielders from the Harry Potter.
Ooh,
universe.
see key positions.
So not
Yeah.
only these pictures. I know you have a vast.
I know.
knowledge
Yeah,
of-
I know Harry Potter. Name
of
a
Harry
full
Potter.
forward, full back, ruckman, and 2 midfielders from the Harry Potter universe. Well,
I'm new to this.
I think the ruck's pretty easy. The ruck's going to be Hagrid.
oh
is,
yeah.
is he limber enough?
It doesn't need to be limber. He's going to give my mids first use. So my ruck's going to be Hagrid. I'm going to fill my ruck stocks out straight away.
'Kay.
My ruck is going to be Hagrid, and my midfield, I'm going to have Dobby at his feet. Dobby getting nimble and agile at his feet.
Yep.
And then... Oh, now this one's tough because I might take Sirius because he can turn into a dog and go pretty quick.
Nice.
But then I'm thinking Voldemort because he's sort of like he
Have to.
snakes around and
Are
he's...
they allowed to use magic in this?
I would think so. It's Harry Potter.
Like-
no, they're not.
Okay,
They're
allowed to
playing
just
a
like
game of footy. It's not Quidditch. It's
right. Okay.
it's footy, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
just
footy.
mean you can't like I don't know what spells they do, but can you do
Yeah.
a thing that just kills someone with a?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
All right.
probably not.
So you
No,
gotta- you gotta
I'm
play the
gonna
rules.
have Dobby at Hagrid's feet, and then I'm gonna have Voldemort. Voldemort sort of he moves like a snake. He'd be elusive. He'd be in and under, and no, Dobby would be in and under, and then I think Voldemort would get on the outside. So there's my midfield and my ruck. Now, do I go full forward? I'll go full forward. I'll leave full back to last, and full back I know exactly who it'll be. So my full forward is going to be Victor Crumb.
Great.
I'm going to have
Perfect.
him just
body.
like big
Can you-
body. Jack
yeah.
Darling.
Can you
Jack Darling
point
in
me
his
out
prime.
who Victor Crumb is?
So look at 4th from the top. So 4th right, 2nd down. That's Victor
Next to
Crumb.
Rob Pattinson.
Yeah.
Robert.
So Victor Crumb is like a small nugget next to the dude with an eye thing.
Okay.
on the
Yes.
left.
Yeah. Got it.
So
Romanian.
yeah, Romanian. He's like
Oh, he
tough,
looks strong.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like an in prime Jack Darling. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going
He's
for.
got the Matthew Kennedy haircut.
Yeah, with that look, I'm going Victor Crumb as full forward. And then full back, I'm going Professor Lupin, RJ Lupin, because I'm thinking hopefully we get a night game under the full moon and he turns into a werewolf, but he would be a menace
Great.
down back.
So
Like,
Cedric gets cut.
Cedric gets cut. Harry's not even making the list. Like Harry, realistically, if you look throughout all the Harry Potter movies, he gets everywhere on luck. Like he hasn't done.
nepotism.
Yeah, he hasn't done
Nepo
one
baby.
thing by like being a good wizard. Like seriously,
The first Nepo
like
baby.
every single movie, he's dead if not
Yeah.
for something happening. So like, love him, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. But he's not making the squad. Ron, unless we're talking like prime time, 7th Harry Potter, Ronald Weasley, where he's cut like a park statue, maybe. Neville, no. Again, like you could go late Neville. Dumbledore's too old, not getting the job done.
What's the guy I know from the first movie? The second guy from the top left.
Draco Malfoy.
Draco.
Yeah.
Isn't he like a pretty good guy?
Bit of a
wimp for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, not really for
He's
him.
a coward.
What I would, the madam whose name escapes me, she's the headmistress of Beauxbatons Academy. Madame, that's disappointing because I should know that. She ends up like going to the ball with Hagrid. In
That's
the
right.
Yule Ball with Hagrid, she would have been my fullback because she's like bigger than Hagrid.
Yeah.
So like that would have been a big one, but not on the board. But I can do that, can't I?
You can do
Lupin's
whatever
out.
you want.
Mad-
yeah.
it hurts me that I've forgotten her name, but she's in. Headmistress of Beauxbatons Academy, you are my fullback.
Great.
But anyway, there you go. There's my Harry Potter universe.
So I think half our listeners loved that. Half.
Yep,
maybe
half of it would
tuned out.
not have...
No clue
yeah.
what you're talking about. Someone said on the YouTube, Matthew Richards on the YouTube said Setters.
Cedric.
Oh,
Setters.
Setters
Oh.
as in.
No, Setters, like CEDDERS.
Oh,
Is that a
Cedric.
toothpaste?
Shout out Cedric.
Is that a toothpaste?
So someone's saying, shout out Cedric.
Yeah, shout out
Setters.
Cedric. Cedric could be there or thereabouts, but he's just not making the. He's just, unfortunately, it's a tight. I've only got 6 spots to fill.
Dobby can teleport. Good shout.
Yep, thank you. He'd be in and under. Get
Okay.
it, get out.
There we go. I would like to watch the Harry Potter movies one day.
Have you never seen Harry
No,
Potter?
I've seen the first one. I've
Oh,
read.
yeah.
I've read the first book.
I
hate
find
you.
that surprising. You're very over pop culture. You know a lot
How
of
old are your
a lot of
kids?
things.
3 and 6.
Okay,
Oh,
so probably not
yeah,
on. Oh, the
not
6-year-old
yet.
might be ready to go.
Mm.
Probably not. But it's the best thing ever.
Okay. We have 2 minutes until the Port Adelaide.
Let's do it.
Port Adelaide, not Port Adelaide. That was last week.
The
Bombers,
Western Bulldogs.
Western Bulldogs. Damo, is it possible to get on your KO system, whatever you call that thing, a laptop? If you could bring that over. This is probably your last chance to get on the
It is
on the
your last
first goal.
chance, yep.
Western
Jump on.
Bulldogs. We're jumping on. There's 88 of you here. We have a lot of people commenting here. Colgate.
Great.
Only Colgate. High Smile.
Sensitive.
Oh yeah, the high smile. That's coming into its own. That's the new thing that just
don't know
turns
what,
your teeth
don't know
white.
what that one is. Another High Smile, actually.
Yep, there you go,
Colgate. And then a lot of chat around the Harry Potter.
No one's throwing Oral B.
Haven't
or
seen
McLean's
Oral
in
B
the
or
mix.
McLean's.
Fuck.
Only High Smile.
Sure.
Yeah. Or just this is so much Colgate. There we
Yeah,
go.
well, obviously that's the number one brand of toothpaste.
As we get the game ready to go, Hammer, who you got this weekend?
We've got Peel down in Mandurah, so driving down
Ooh.
to Mandurah tomorrow, 1:40 p.m. A bit of an earlier start.
Play on the Hayden Ballantyne wing.
Yeah, might be running around out there. Hopefully the weather's
What's
all
your favourite waffle ground to play at?
right. Lapland Mineral Resources Park
Yeah?
by a mile. It is the best
Why is
deck.
that?
It's just the best ground.
Yeah. Is
Like,
there a
it's
Hungry
just-
Jack's there as well?
There is, yep. Go and get yourself a Whopper.
Oh.
It's the best ground almost in the country. Like the MCG is great, but this is awesome.
Killer.
I've never played on the MCG, but it's good.
All right, I'm just gonna FaceTime Will Schofield.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go and pee.
Yeah, go do that. Damon, come have a seat, mate.
Come
No,
in.
don't-
Get him in.
Get him in.
We love this.
All right.
All right, Damo, who's going to win? By how much? Who gets the 3
Here we go.
votes?
Bounce down.
Have to be the dogs.
Yeah.
Surely, brother.
Yeah. Good call. You want to talk about that T-shirt?
Oh,
You
Well, here we go.
commentate?
Essendon might have the first clearance here.
On your son.
Bang. Punch. Spoil early. Good start.
Oh, free kick, Essendon. Not good.
I can hear Hammer's piece.
Yeah,
so
same
loud
here.
from
It's a strong stream.
It's really
strong
a
stream.
really
I don't know
strong
if
stream.
the cameras picked that, the mics picked that up.
I'll make sure I boost it.
Good.
Just that's all you're going to hear.
Great.
It's gone deep into the Essendon 4-line. Oh. Oh,
wow,
no.
free kick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's over.
Tim English has just given
Done.
away a
It's
free
done.
kick.
It's all over.
Oh, no. Tim English just gave
I
away a
gotta
free kick in the forward 50, Hammer. Who we got kicking this?
Is that big Todd Goldstein?
It is Goldstein.
You know certainty here. How close is he?
Oh, he was all over him. What are you doing?
Well, with 20 seconds into the bet and... no, he's no chance. He's no certainty.
We're
miss.
killing the stream if he kicks this.
He's missed it!
No, he's
No, he's
kicked it.
kicked it. And it's game over.
Kill the
Hey,
stream, Jaiden.
What a great... Hey,
Hey, see you Monday,
I'm gonna go
4:30.
break a world record.
This is bull. Kill it. Kill it.